using Moniepoint as an example, before money moves out of any account, there are multiple approvals that it has to go through. We're constantly changing and making changes. We need to add this, we need to change it. This is how we're thinking about it. And in times like that, you're just glad that you're able to respond fast.
I know that, I'm assured that if you're working in Moniepoint and I reach out to you, you know what you're doing. If I had to explain what I do to a 5-year-old, I would say, imagine as a 5-year-old, right? Your mom or your dad gave you 1,000 naira and, your parents took you to a candy store and you got there and maybe what you like is candy, like chocolate-coated peanuts, right? So you walk into the store and there's like a bunch of candy. But then you have 1,000 naira and they've told you maybe 1 kg is 1,000 and you're like, I want to take a little bit of all of them. You kind of have to weigh your options. If I take this, how much do I have left? Yeah. You're trying to make sure you get exactly what you want. That is what research is.
You're basically saying your work is to ask all the questions that, that shows how people make decisions, to show how people arrive at their buying, decision and all of that. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. If I was to describe what I do to a 5-year-old, what finance people do is we help businesses count their money, keep track of their money. The way I would explain it is that imagine there was like a robot or that was programmed or built such that, let me borrow the candy example from you, that you press a few buttons and you put in some money and you get, your candy. My work is to make sure that, there are people that have done the work of building the robot. There are people that have done the work of putting the candy, manufacturing the candy. But my work is to make sure that once the money comes in to that robot, the money goes to the correct place it's supposed to go to. As much as we are the ones building the robots, we will not be the only ones in that transaction. So there will be other parties. There might be the people manufacturing the candy might be separate. The people that own the space might be separate. So make sure that once the person pays for the candy, they are able. Like I said, the money goes to the correct place. Everybody that's supposed to get money gets their money correctly, and tying it back to like the earlier definition of now telling the story that this is all the money that we've made from selling candy that came through this robot. So yeah, I think anybody should.
Please, as the inquisitive 5-year-old that I am, can you send some of the money to your account or my account?
No, I can't. Unfortunately, there are a lot of controls in place for that. Like using Moniepoint as an example, before money moves out of any account, there are multiple approvals that it has to go through. There's rarely a place where money has to move from one place to the other that just one person is in control of it. Even and it's not even just the CEO, even the CEO himself, whoever, even if you're the largest shareholder, you don't have that right to literally just move money from one place to the other. There's a lot of, control that has been put in place. And this is just part of the things that are done to make sure the organization, there's no fraud and money moves where it's supposed to move and the organization grows and continues to, excel and succeed.
So Onize, since we're talking about technical depth right now, what does that mean to you?
When I think about technical depth, especially in the context of an organization like Moniepoint, it basically means knowing what you need to do, knowing what needs to be done, knowing how to do it, and knowing it well. And again, using Moniepoint as an example, we have built this very, awesome organization that has products that people all over Nigeria are using well, using successfully. And for us to have built it, it means that the people that are building it, doing the work that needs to be done, they know what to do, they know it very well, and they are also constantly evolving to meet up with challenges, because it's something I always jokingly say, every day there's a new problem. So to meet up with the new and ever evolving problems that come alongside, building this product and running the organization as a whole.
I totally agree with you on, knowing what to do. But I think also what's very important is you probably don't know what to do in every single circumstance.
Yes,
just like you said, every day new problems. They shock you. You be like, what's going on here?
Yes.
But I think in that kind of position, what's important is even if you don't know what to do, you kind of have a process in place for how to answer or solve problems when they arise. So for me, it's a lot about like first principles. And I know that this is something that in general in the organization we talk about, but it basically means that you're going down to the root, you're going down to the basic level of the problem. So once you can break it down, you clear away all the jargon, all the things at the top, all the complexities, and you look at the basic level of that problem. To me, that's what technical depth is, where even though I don't know the answer, like if you ask me now, was 1,000 times something number, right? I probably don't know the answer, but I know how to get the answer to that. So to me, that's what technical depth is. So Onize, I would really love to hear about maybe a specific time where you were really glad that, thank God I'm not a mumu. Thank God I actually have technical depth in what I'm doing.
Part of what I do is design like the what I call product accounting aspect. So, I mean, when our engineers and product managers are designing and building their products, because we're Moniepoint, we're a fintech, there's almost nothing that they do that doesn't affect finance, that doesn't involve money moving from one point to the other. So, I mean, there was a time where we were building a product and we're constantly changing and making changes. And, it was almost like every day there was a new, we need to add this, we need to change it, this is how we're thinking about it. And, in times like that, you're just glad that you're able to respond fast and, make decisions fast and, update whatever needs to be updated, because these people need it to do the work they are doing. And, I mean, another area I would even, that we use as an example is context switching, because I work across teams. Like I said, I'm in finance, and I always tell people, if you look at the organogram, you see my name in finance, you see my name in cards, you see my name in POS. So there's just that need for constant context switching. Like one moment you're thinking about, inventory, the other moment you're thinking about, hardware, you're thinking about this, you're thinking about that. So it's constantly changing, and sometimes, if you don't know what you're doing, it's very easy to get lost and get confused.
I can't even agree with you more. Like, I totally agree. And for me, I'm glad every day. Like every day. I don't think I've come across anyone in Moniepoint that I've worked with so everyone has their own sphere of expertise, right? And if I need something, or I need somebody to contribute to something I'm working on, or that we're all working on, I know that I'm assured that if you're working in Moniepoint and I reach out to you, you know what you're doing.
Yes.
You know exactly what you're doing.
Yes,
so I'm glad every day. And maybe to give a specific circumstance, the way I define success in my role is not just am I providing insights to relevant teams, but do the insights I provide actually move the needle? Do they answer questions? Do they help people confidently take decisions? Do they actually move? Are we seeing things going up and improving on our dashboards? And that's the reason why my team, we've created like a notebook LM where all our reports go to. So anyone who has access in Moniepoint can actually go and ask questions. So we integrated AI in that way, in that workflow. So those are the ways in which I define success for my role. And as a result, I see every day that if someone reaches out to me and says, I need to know this XYZ, and I'm able to say, okay, I don't know that right now, but we could do this research, we could apply this methodology, and within a few days, weeks, we have the answers, and these people are able to make decisions that if they just guess or took decisions based on opinion, we won't be guaranteed of the success of that decision. But because they are able to get answers for myself, for my team, that help them make a confident decision and they see results, to me, that's success.